we get going, we need to take care of some items of business here. How do you spell your last name?
H-A-C-K-I-N-G.
This is just waiver form. It's basically saying you're taking this of your own free will. Nobody's forcing you or coercing you or anything of that nature.
Okay.
Okay, you can agree with that. If you can agree with that, just sign that there.
Okay. I do feel coerced into taking this.
And how do you feel? I mean, let me explain this to you. Nobody's making you take this test. If you don't want to, you can walk right out that door right
And
now.
what happens to me?
You walk out the door and they take you back up to your car.
Okay. And if I refuse, of course that makes me look guilty.
It's not admissible in court anyway.
So what are you doing?
Just gives us... We trust the machine, the courts just don't. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just gives us something to verify the information we've got so far. And obviously, as you said, obviously, we got some concerns about this mattress thing. Okay, obviously some concerns are going to come up about that, and we just want to get them clarified. Because we interview people that have killed people all the time, and they don't tell us the truth. That's why we have this machine. You see where we're coming from? If somebody's killed somebody, they're not going to come out and tell us, yeah, I killed them. And that's what this machine is just for.
But at the same time, I've got these circumstances that look bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, and I asked him, I said, after the lie detector test, and I pass it, can we be done with everything? And he said yes. So I feel like if I don't take this, then I'm just going to be drilled.
Well, here's the other thing. If you got nothing to worry, if you haven't done anything, you have nothing to worry about, even if they do go through that evidence. Do you know what I'm saying? You have nothing to lose by this.
I don't think I want to take it.
Okay. And nobody's going to force you to. Okay. Let me just come on here. Take you just a minute.
With evidence stacking against Mark and his refusal to take a polygraph, it's evident that he's trying to conceal something sinister. However, it won't be long before his dark secrets will be exposed. Shortly after the interrogation concluded, Mark was spotted running naked through the streets with only his sandals on. He was immediately admitted to a hospital for a psychiatric evaluation. While being treated in the hospital, this time had been enough for Mark to rethink his decision. He finally decided to confide in his brothers, Scott and Lance Hacking, about the evil secrets he had concealed for so long. He told them that around midnight on July 18th, as Lori went to bed, he took a .22 caliber rifle and shot her in the head while she was asleep. He then threw the weapon and disposed of the blood-soaked mattress in a nearby dumpster, according to police reports. The mattress was cut with a knife found at his home. Furthermore, after executing the harrowing crime, he wrapped Lori in a carpet and disposed of her dead body in a dumpster near the University of Utah. Ironically, the very place where he was working and educating people about psychological issues. The following day, all this information was relayed to the police. Mark's confession confirmed him as Lori's murderer, who, after killing her, staged her disappearance to avoid suspicion. As the real monster behind this gruesome murder was discovered, the only vital question that remained unanswered was what had driven Mark to a point that led him to carry out such a harrowing crime. The answer to this question was also about to be unraveled. During the investigation, detectives had discovered another disturbing piece of evidence, a letter from Lori stating, I hate coming home from work because it hurts. I can't imagine life with you if things don't change." While questioning Lori's manager, he revealed that the day before her disappearance, Lori had left the office in tears. Further inquiries revealed that Lori had contacted the medical school in North Carolina to finalize the housing arrangements. During this call, she learned that Mark had never received his degree from the University of Utah and never applied to medical school. According to investigators, on the night of July 18th, Lori wrote Mark a note stating her intention to leave him after she had discovered that everything Mark told her about his background was a lie, which ultimately prompted him to tragically end her life. On August 2nd, 2004, Mark was finally arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Throughout this period, a massive landfill search was carried out to find Lori's body. Eventually, after 2 months of grueling search, on October 1st, searchers found human remains in the Salt Lake City landfill and eventually determined those to be of Lori. However, due to decomposition, the medical examiners couldn't confirm her pregnancy. Mark ultimately met the terrible fate he had chosen for himself. On October 29, 2004, Mark pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. However, Mark later changed his plea to guilty of first-degree murder in exchange for the dismissal of additional charges against him. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison on June 6, 2005, the maximum sentence allowed under Utah law at the time. A month later, the Utah Board of Pardons announced that Mark Hacking would not be eligible for parole until at least 2035, which would require him to serve a minimum of 30 years in prison.